your team today?
I mean, I think I saw exactly what I know about them kind of already. Is they're fighters, they compete, and we expect to win, and we expect to play with the number one team in the country. I don't think there's any fear out of this group. And they're upset about that second game because we know we were right there with it and we had our opportunities. But I think just the way they stuck together, and even in the bottom of the seventh, finding ways to get the tying run on deck. I think just we're not going to quit, we're not going to fight, and it was just really good to see. I think that grittiness that we know is in there, we've shown signs of, and I thought they really exemplified that today.
You just talk about Paige at that. I know you used her again in the second game,
Yeah.
but the first game, my goodness, what a player she is.
Yes, she is, one of the best pinch hitters I've ever seen, I've ever had on a team. She loves the moment, she thrives in it, and I think as soon as I tell her, she's really ready all game, but as soon as I tell her to get ready for the next coming inning, she's in the dugout, she's going through she's got a whole routine to be ready for her one at bat, and it's awesome to see her embrace it, and just to have really veteran at bats as a freshman that's not getting as many as a starter would, but she's, I think, thriving in her role, she loves it, and it's just really cool to see her come up big for us there in game one.
Another freshman, Morgan Stiles, comes up with 2 big homers today. It just seems like these freshmen are really starting to get the hang of it and have really come up clutch for you guys. What have you kind of seen from them so far?
Yeah, this freshman class is really talented, and I know we don't see a lot of them out there right now because we have a lot of veterans, but they really are top to bottom. They're just an athletic group. They're competitive. They expect to win too. They're here to help us continue to raise the standard of Mississippi State softball, and I think that's exactly what they're all capable of. And that's what we pride ourselves on in this program, is bringing in larger, really quality freshman classes and watching them continue to grow over their 4 years. And Morgan Stiles is, she's special, and we've known that from the beginning. She's, I think, finally comfortable, confident after kind of just learning the speed of the game early on in season, and is just having veteran at-bats up there, and really cool to see her do that on 2 different types of pitches. She took a rise ball out and a drop ball, and just, 2 quality pitchers on the other side for Texas, and loved her approach in both those at-bats.
This is already the biggest workload Raylan has had on a season with her years at LSU, and obviously she pitched against one of the best lineups in the country until they saw her for maybe the 4th or 5th time before they finally figured it out. So what did you see out of her, and how did she learn from this?
Yeah, unfortunately, playing a doubleheader, it's tough to really have any secrets end of game 2, but she still was throwing hard. She still had her velocity. And she really competed every inning out there, and that's what a great team does. It's what the number one team in the country does, but Raylan expects to compete with them every pitch, and I think there's no excuses from this team, this lineup, that we expect to be able to go out there and fight till the end. I know she's disappointed, but it's definitely not on one. We expect to score more, to make the plays behind both pitchers. But I think she's going to fight, and we got to continue to find ways and keep them off balance, because they are a team that knows how to adjust, and we've seen what they've been able to do late in games, and that's what it's what quality teams do. It's what we expect ourselves to do, and it's fighting to the last out and trying to win the late innings, no matter if you have a lead or not there too.
And they talked about playing this team in a doubleheader is tough, but you want to celebrate the first game, but then the way the second game ended, you can't really celebrate the whole thing. You just talk about the positive and the negative of the day.
Yeah, really the message after game 1 was resetting and not just being satisfied with 1, and bringing that same energy into game 2, and coming out expecting to compete from the first pitch in game 2, and just refocusing. I thought we did a really good job of that in game 2, coming out ready to go, locking back in. I thought Delaney gave us another quality start, and we were able to score first, and give her some runs. So, I like that turnaround, that approach. That's something that we've talked about, because we've had a couple doubleheaders early where it hasn't really gone our way in game 2. So just trying to refocus, and really the message is always continuing to learn week to week throughout season. I thought we did that, and the start was great. Now it's just, I think, finding a way to finish it together, and another good learning opportunity for us. But I think the good, the highs, and the lows of it all, that's what this conference is about. That's why we're all here, and I'm excited to see how we come out on Sunday ready to attack.
Coach, you mentioned the importance of backing up your pitchers in the circle. Riley Hull had an incredible play at first base right there in that second game. Just kind of talk about that, and just the kind of defender that Riley Hull has been for you guys.
Yeah, that was huge. And to beat a team like Texas, you've got to play clean in all phases, especially defense behind our pitchers. And it's selling out. It's going 100% and doing everything that we possibly can to get out of innings, to get outs, especially with runners on the base. And Riley is just such a solid defender for us. That's why she's been over there all year. A lot of experience, a lot of confidence at first, and you need a quality glove. And I think the fact that, she can also cover some ground and has a little bit of range helps too.
Morgan, just talk about your 2 long balls and how'd you feel about them?
I mean, it feels good. It always feels good to hit a home run. Just trusting my process and just everything that I've been working for just the whole season and just taking good swings on the ball. I knew that I wanted to take a good swing on a good pitch, and I got good pitches and I took a good swing.
What's the learning curve been like for you and maybe some of the other freshmen these last few weeks as you started conference play, now facing a team with the pedigree of Texas and the talent they have?
I think just learning that those teams are good and they're going to have good pitchers, and especially like hitting, if you're struggling, like it's okay. And you put in all the work, and so just trust yourself, and just your failure doesn't define you, and it just makes you stronger.
Coach kind of mentioned you working on building your confidence at the plate over the last few weeks. How have you kind of gone about that and building your confidence?
A big thing for me is just hitting in the cages in there, and just knowing that I put in the work behind the scenes, so whatever happens, happens, and there's nothing I can do about it at the end of the day.
It's like playing defense behind Raylan. I know you had that little bit of an acrobatic tag there in game 2, but what makes her so fun to play behind?
She just goes right at people, and she's not afraid no matter who the hitter is, and you just love to play behind a pitcher like that who just will continuously miss barrels and just get you easy plays and just keep you in the game. It's just super fun.
What about competing against the #1 team in the country? I know you were thrilled to get that first game, a little disappointed in the second. Just talk about the thrill of getting the job done in that first game.
Yeah, it was great. It's always fun to take down a respectable team like Texas, and they're super good, but at the end of the day, we had another game, and we didn't come through, and that stinks, but that's why you play 3. So we're ready to get after them on Sunday.
Everyone's been out there for 7 innings there, and you're coming in cold off the bench, and you've done it many times this year. What allows you to just stay so calm and in the moment when you're in those pinch hit opportunities?
I just appreciate the moment that I'm in. I'm grateful for all the opportunities I get, and a lot of times you can get caught up in the moment and make yourself be rushed. But I like to look around and take in the moment and just be grateful.
What were you trying to do in that situation there today?
Just pass the bat, keep the team rolling. I knew that if I didn't come through, someone else would. So just keep it going.
Kind of walk us through your mindset when you made that hit and you were headed towards second, and you see your teammates just going crazy, crowd going crazy, and then they rush over to you. Kind of go through that moment.
I just love this whole team, and they just made it feel so special, and I just am grateful for everyone here. It was just amazing.
And you mentioned that you have so many people that you look up to on this team, and leaders like Jesse Blaine.
Jesse.
What have you kind of learned from them here in your first year, and how does that kind of help you at the plate?
Just a lot of the mindset and thoughts going into that bats and preparation. Even just hitting when we're doing our hitting groups, just prepping then, and just being able to talk to them through mindsets and stuff.
When you're not in the game there, is it difficult to stay locked in and still gathering information and watching what the pitcher's throwing and hearing from your teammates, that when you do get that opportunity, you sort of know what to expect?
Taylor does a great job of keeping game charts, so a lot of times if I have questions about the pitchers, I'll ask her, or everyone that has hit off the pitcher previously, I'll go up and ask them questions. And also, Coach Ricketts and I talked about taking at-bats with people while they're hitting, even though I'm still in the dugout, I'm mentally taking that bat with them and seeing what pitching they're getting, and trying to think of, hey, where are they going to throw her next, or what do you think I would get in this situation?
What's the learning curve been like for you in this freshman class here these last few weeks as you faced all these quality teams in the SEC, and Texas obviously the best among them so far?
It's just been, I think everyone's been grateful for each opportunity that we've been given, and it's earned, not given. So I think that everyone in their position has been great, especially Mo.
Is it fair you just have to take it out of your mind that it's #1 and it's Texas and it's SEC? You just got to go up there and do what you've
Get
always
it done.
done.
Just be present in the moment. Don't let the situation get too big.